Morning, everybody. It is January 22nd? Yes, Monday. Wait. Yeah, what's that? Monday, January 22nd, 2018. How else did it? You're on the road with the wolf. And we're going to talk about stuff, things. So, yeah. Watch out for that. So the first thing off the top of the list is Tide Pod Challenge. Let's talk about Tide Pod Challenge. Been sweeping the nation for a while now. And a lot of people don't really know that. I mean, it's, I think back to 06, 08, something like that. To date, just so everyone's very clear, this doesn't make it any less serious. Only 10 people have died from eating Tide Pods. And those have been 8 toddlers, I believe, and 2 adults with other dementia, Alzheimer's. And significant concern has hit on these companies that do these pods. Not just Tide. Other companies do the pods as well. Especially like dishwasher soaps and stuff like that. Here's the thing, is that you know you're not supposed to eat them. You know you're not supposed to put them in your mouth. When you go to the store with your parents, or you as parents take your kids to the store, you don't go to the fruit section and go, "Oh, kids, would you like some of these tasty Tide Pods?" No. Or pods, whatever. I think this is called Tide Pods because Tide's the most team one, but no, it's like, no, you don't do that. You don't go to the frozen section and say, "Hey, let's grab a pack of Tide Pods because we're going to warm these up tonight and have some fun." You know, you don't make macaroni and cheese and mix in Tide Pods. It's in the cleaning section with the toilet bowl brush and the other soaps, which if you're young enough, or if you have parents who, use the trick of basically, saying, "Oh, I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap," you know that stuff's not edible. You know it. It's meant for cleaning clothes. Kids know this. They just don't know the consequences, and they think that everything's going to be okay when it can actually severely cause damage. I said only 10 people died, but within 2013 and 2014, over 60,000 calls to poison control were made, for pod consumption or attempted consumption. It's stupid. It's not funny. It's just stupid. Don't do it. It doesn't make any damn sense. It's not a challenge like jump off a mountain challenge, or let me see how close I can get this knife to my eye challenge. Don't do it. Seriously, it makes no damn sense. And you're not cool for doing it. Nobody gets to say, "Hey, I did the Tide Pod challenge." You fucking idiot. And I've seen some people who are doing satire about it. And I'm on the fence when it comes to satire, because a lot of times, especially when people do satire, they make a point of saying, "Okay, guys, you shouldn't do this at all." And it's like, "Oh my god, that's horrible." They don't, and the ones that I've seen that do the satire don't actually bite into it. They just put the pod in their mouth and they're like, "Okay, no, you don't do that." Yeah, that kind of thing. So that's the freaking pod challenge thing. There's no knowledge of the consequences, and because they have no knowledge of the consequences, actual first-hand knowledge of the consequences, they'll do any stupid thing. Sorry. Anyway, another topic of conversation I'd like to make, at least at this point, is it's freaking cold. I mean, it really is chilly, and it's getting warmer, But it's really cold. I need to find a jacket. That's been a big thing. The sad thing is, I'm a big thing for a guy, and you gotta find a good jacket, and it's kind of hard to do. I don't like hoodies, mostly because I hate, taking it off. And I'm not a big long sleeve fan, but you gotta have long sleeves. I'm sorry, it's cold. You gotta have long sleeves. I feel restricted in long sleeves. I always end up rolling up my shirt sleeves, and that makes the cuffs wide. But when I look at the Burlington Coat Factory, I bought a jacket, but it ended up being too big. I gave it to a friend of mine, actually too tall too. I need to make sure to get a size a bit smaller. I know exactly what I want if I'm going to get that same brand again, but it's kind of like you give your friend a jacket, and you buy a jacket that looks just like it. Hey, you're twinsies. It's sentimental. It's not like we hang out a lot with our jackets, and it's not like I'm going to probably wear the jacket a whole lot just during the cold weather, which we're starting to slowly get rid of, or pass through, I think is probably a better term. Seasons. Anyway, it's 30-something degrees outside. I got Gin an igloo. For those of you who don't know, Gin is my lab pup, who is going to be a year old in the next couple months. This morning he was very, very. I want to stay inside, but he wasn't as energetic about getting up and going until we were actually getting up and going, and then he was all business. But he was all like, "Oh, I kind of like this bed, Daddy. Bed's nice. I'm gonna lay next to you. It's gonna be okay." But put on the pants and the socks and the shoes. Sat down for a little bit with him, cuddled. Sat up and said, "You want to go?" And he's off the bed, But no, I got him an igloo. I put his blanket in it and a pillow, and hopefully he won't pull that out and then get it wet because he'll dunk it in the water. Yeah. But no, he's doing really well. We had a little bit of an issue. He's a dog. He's that way. But if I don't walk him with the leash, he'll stay with me for most of the walk until he sees a deer or hears something, and then he's off. That is not very fun. Daddy is not very fun. And running off after moving animals and everything is even funner. Except they're also cars. And he's wearing a harness with reflectors, so, he should be moderately safe, but there are people that do stupid stuff, and, yeah, that would kill me. But, I don't want to think about it. Anyway, but he's doing pretty good, and it was big. It's big. He can fit in it, no problem. My only concern is that he'll basically pull everything out of it. But hopefully he'll use it, actually getting into it and using it. And that's my main issue with him actually using it or not. Yeah. But anyway, over the weekend I did a Lap It Up, which I will try to upload here soon. And as for that, didn't do much except I watched a couple series. I'm watching the Korean comedy dramedy. I'm Not a Robot, which is tugging at the heartstrings. There's also Trapped, which I just started watching, the Icelandic murder mystery. Then there's the Korean kind of occultish kind of murder mystery thingy called Black. It's a little different. I did get finished with a few other series, but so far they turned out okay. They've been fun. probably gonna watch one series that a friend of mine found called Beyond with them. We'll have to see how that goes out. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. Oh, last thing I wanted to talk about today: fucking movie open house. I didn't spend any time remembering the actors' names or anything because they weren't actors that I knew. But I'm gonna use the mom and the son and the dad and everything. The dad seemed pretty cool, but he seemed kind of goofy, kind of one of those always positive kind of types, but very motivational, very cool. And the idea is that he dies, and then they go and stay at a relative's house to get away from things, and the idea is that there's an open house for that. It's trying to be sold. It's an open house, and the concept is that every one day a week they got to leave the house and people come in and take a look because they're scheduled open houses so that they can go in and look. It's kind of like strangers. The concept is that you let these people that you don't know in their house, but what if one of them stayed? At first, it kind of seems like it might be a ghost kind of thing, but because the kid's having memories of his dad and all that fun stuff, and so yeah, and you got all these possibility of ideas of what it could be. There's some, I don't know. The acting is pretty decent. For the son, I don't know the actor's name, but he's a really good actor. The mom's pretty decent. There's this other guy, character's name is Chris. Really good. I think he did a really good job. Very genuine. But also, there were always these little things that made me think, okay, no, there's something wrong. There's something that doesn't make any sense. People's familiarity with the place, but also not being familiar with the place. It's a little freaky. It's a little weird. So that's why you always think there's some kind of occult thing going on or something dark and mysterious, and in the end, it just turns into fucking strangers. Exactly what the premise of the movie was that you let people in, you don't know who stays, and somebody fucks with them, and then it goes from there. And then in the end, it just turns into the guy who I think you barely ever see, the murderer, goes to another house. I'm sorry if I spoiled that for you, but some people really like that. I didn't. I don't care for that. That's not a trope I enjoy. I don't approve of it, and that's just me. It's like, actually, I didn't care for 7 because the bad guy won. In my head, when I left the theater, I was so mad. Now I'll watch the movie over and over again. It's a beautiful movie. It's a great movie. Oh, but I hated it just for a little bit, and I still don't care for it. But I didn't like it. Now, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies, but it still was one of those first movies that I really liked that I really hated. Anyway, that's just me. I shared with you some things that I've done, that I've liked, that I disliked. If you have any comments or questions, put them down in the area down there. There's notification buttons and likes, and depending on your application that you're watching this on, it could be anywhere. Give me a like if you like it. If not, whatever. I'm gonna get something to drink and get to the shop, get warmed up, start my day. This is me, Sir Drinks a Lot, wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all. I'll catch you guys later.